Hey, hello everyone. This is episode 15 of the weekly, and today's the last day of Nova being 15 weeks old, so we're on time. So the first article, did no one check a calendar? I do say. I already did it, but yeah, King Charles's coronation is set for Archie's birthday,
Wait, who's Archie?
grandson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Some PEI homes are 19 days without power now. So be ready for that. Be ready for that kind of stuff. The
Uh,
response times are just gonna get worse and worse as there's more like labor shortages, fuel shortages, all of that kind of stuff.
this is sad because a storm didn't cause it.
Yeah, it did. This one did.
Well, technically,
It's a
yes.
hurricane,
Oh,
but you know, yeah, more inclement
I didn't
weather
realize the
events are gonna
damage
be.
was that bad in PEI.
Yeah, it was the worst ever hurricane to ever hit Canada.
Like, I knew it was pretty bad down south.
And it hit in fucking September or October. They're still pushing the booster shots in Quebec.
Well, what else is new?
When are you gonna stop? Yeah.
Even though they were the first to stop enforcing
Yeah.
mandates.
Yeah, I needed a Ukraine story just to talk about Ukraine. So Russia annexed the four provinces into Ukraine, and now it's under the supposedly under the nuclear umbrella. It's just like Russia's been fighting with one and a half hands tied behind its back because of its own like domestic laws and stuff, and they're slowly ramping up to full mobilization. Russia's getting a running head start on World War III because they've learned a lesson because they're late getting ready for every war in the past.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyways, so that's what's happening there. And then I have a Danielle Smith article to talk about Danielle Smith. So she was elected as the leader of the official opposition, as leader of the Wild Rose Party. And then she crossed the floor with like half of the official opposition to join the unpopular PC government. And then that resulted in the NDP immediately getting elected right after. And then now she is the premier of Alberta because apparently that kind of spineless betrayal isn't enough to end a political career in Canada, which we already knew because of Trudeau anyway.
Yeah.
But look at this, she's already apologizing for talking about discrimination of the unvaccinated.
Bruh.
And she's supposed to be like based. Anyways,
Supposedly, but all political heads are the fucking same.
yeah. Anyways, another police shooting, two police officers shot in Innisfail. Like violent
Uh,
crime will obviously be expected to be on the rise
did we talk
as
about the last shooting last week? That Korean officer that was
no,
shot and killed.
no, but you'd expect more of this kind of stuff to happen as people get more stressed because of
Yeah.
what's going on. And I think people, even if they don't understand it consciously, they understand it subconsciously that, things are not really going well.
That's true.
I think it's more comforting to actually be aware of, why things are going wrong and what to do about it than to just try to bury your head in the sand. But apparently, most people beg to differ.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think it depends on the person. Clearly, anybody that has a brain is obviously not going to approach it with ignorance is bliss. But,
Yeah.
you know,
We'll see the what happens with the Emergencies Act probe. So if you don't understand what's going on, it's Freedom Convoy in Ottawa. Trudeau invoked the Emergencies Act. It was like
it was a shit show.
they didn't need to invoke the Emergencies Act. All the protesters
Yeah.
had like agreed to leave and stuff already.
Yeah.
It seems like it was kind of like a personal decision on Trudeau, but we'll see what happens. The last time that the Liberals did an inquiry on themselves was the sponsorship scandal, and that was when the Paul Martin Liberals all turned on John Chrétien. So we'll see if we get something similar to happen here, or maybe they'll find a fall guy to try
They'll find a fall guy.
to pin it all on. It would probably be someone like Marco Mendicino, and we'll see if he would, rat out Trudeau to try to save his own ass too, because he is
Maybe.
one of those that could potentially have, you know, he definitely has further aspirations because you'll remember him and Anthony Housefather were really working overtime to cover for the government during the SNC Lavalin
Yeah, I
scandal.
was going to mention SNC level.
Yeah, just like all the scandals that have happened. And he's
Uh,
still been reelected,
I
but
don't know. They might even choose Trudeau as the fall guy anyway, just because, well, he's racked himself a very pretty little bow.
rap sheet.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah. Anyways, and then there's the transgender women must sign up for military chapter to Biden, and then
Wow,
trans men
great.
get a pass. All
Love
of
it.
a sudden, there's a difference after all. Very subtle.
Is it subtle? I don't know. I feel like the beards under makeup are giving it away.
So why can't you just do this with sports?
I know.
Why can't you just do this with sports? Anyway, the Iran stuff's still going on too.
Yeah.
The Armenia stuff's going on. Azerbaijan is
There's
attacking
more
Armenia.
interesting stuff coming out of Iran now, especially like just recently. They took over a broadcast on
That
TV.
wasn't that recent though.
That was like this week.
I guess it's like recent because we're in, a period of time when, um, there's decades when weeks of history happen and weeks where decades of history happen.
Mm.
And we've had decades of history happen for many weeks now. So,
No, I'm the broadcast that I'm talking about is a new one.
oh, is it?
Yeah, it's brand new. There was an actual person on the TV in a mask, obviously, and then they had some other screen show up talking about Khomeini and how he shit, basically.
Hmm.
It
Yeah.
was pretty interesting. I was like, okay, okay.
Yeah.
The newscaster was so confused. He was like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah. So, I'm working on a PowerPoint called Basic Concepts. It'll be part of a three-part PowerPoint series that will go through in like a future podcast
Do you want to
series.
give a very quick synopsis,
It'll be basically the first 6 episodes, but organized in maybe a different way.
like point form, maybe?
Well, the PowerPoint will be in point form, but
Yeah.
the first of all, there will be a PowerPoint to begin with.
Mm,
And I don't know, this is just like a second attempt at trying to package,
yeah.
these ideas that I'm trying to.
Boil it down, but not too much.
Yeah, so we'll do a second round
Mm,
and we'll see how that goes.
mm,
And I
okay.
think I talked about that last time
Yeah,
anyway,
you
but
did. You
I'm
did.
still
Well, you talked
I
about doing
started
it in prospect. You
yeah.
weren't sure if you were going to do that.
So I started working on it and I don't know if it'll be ready for this weekend's episode, but
Well, I think it depends on how much work you have to do in real life.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. Anyways, that's all for today. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you again next time.
I don't even think that was 10 minutes.